All right. Double reps. Let's go. Come on, Mark. Come on. Let's go. Oh, motherfucker, let's go. Out. Release. Yeah, let's go. Come on. Let's go, Mark. Let's go. Come on, Mark. Beneath the stains of time. That's for you, big bro. Wherever you may be. I don't know where the fuck you ended up. That's for you. The whole team for the day. Threw on the Maddog Slingshot. It's named in your honor. So your name can be carried on forever. I didn't even see it.
He didn't even notice this was out.
It was like skateboard ramp.
This was your birthday gift from the team.
So if you get it in the hole, are you off the team?
Or on it.
Or are you on the team? This is pretty. Isn't this kind of cheating? It seems pretty close. I don't know how you guys play cornhole, but I play it much differently than this.
Hey, Mark.
Oh!
Look at that, 20 shot.
Over here.
Oh.
Hey! Yay!
405.
Come on, Smokey.
I said I think it's time to kill it. From Cadillac, now I'm Cadillac Tom. Riding right, but I'm riding right. Put a Cadillac when that's on. Might even let it be dank. Might even let it be sharp. Might even let it be pink.
So, I originally made the original Slingshot, obviously. That's the red one. And then I went to a lot of trade shows that showed people how to use the product. And I realized people were too weak for the Slingshot that I built. But at the time, most of my audience was powerlifters. And they were craving something stronger. And so actually the Maddog Slingshot was the second Slingshot that was for sale. I was simultaneously working on that and the reactive Slingshot. This Slingshot is named after my brother Mike. It's upside down right now, as you can see. He passed away in 2008 on this day, December 14th. And I gave this one a double layer. This one has a little bit more bite. The Maddog Slingshot is stronger than any other Slingshot that we have. And then the other Slingshot I made later on was called the Full Bore Slingshot, and that's named after my brother Chris. He is still alive. We were able to save him. He was addicted to drugs and alcohol as well. But we learned from things that happened with Mike, and we were able to pull together as a family. If you know somebody who's addicted to drugs, you know somebody who's acting weird, acting strange, and you can't make sense of it, very, very likely they're addicted to drugs, could be bipolar. Don't enable them, but give them some tough love and just let them know that you're there for them and you might be able to help them out. How many? Do like 15 reps. Okay. Up. Nice.
Wow. 10. 14. And 15. 16. 17. Come on. 19. One more. That boy. Woo! I would have been 21.
Train your body hard. Train over what you think you can do. People talk too much about avoiding overtraining and deloading and all these sophisticated ways of saying stop working out, stop being so intense. I get the point, I get the picture, but we all know in our heart that you gotta work hard, and anything worth doing is worth overdoing, and overdoing shit is what leads to the ultimate results. It will always lead to you being out of balance in some way, but the goal is to have big arms or big bench. If you overdo it, your arms will be overdone, and so will your bench. That's okay, sometimes that's the goal. So, I know people want to try to make things seem complicated, or they want to complicate success, or they want to say, hey, you gotta write down your goals, you gotta keep track of everything. I've never kept track of anything. Each person is a little different, man. It's gonna work out differently for you than it did for somebody else. My brother had dreams of being great, and he wound up dead. We don't always know what's in the cards for us. We don't always know what the world has for us. But what I do know, and I can say from my 41 years on this planet and seeing a lot of shit go down, I feel that we're here to share stuff with each other, and we're here to acquire knowledge, learn from our mistakes, learn from the shit that we see. And one person preaching this, about this is the right way to do that, and one person preaching that this is the right way. There's many right ways to do it. I think if we just use common sense, we can come to an agreement on things that are reasonable, that you shouldn't be doing. But for the most part, it's pretty simple. Work hard, be a good person, put one foot in front of the other. And we do that on a consistent basis like this, with your head down. Before you know it, when you look up, you actually made it somewhere, and you actually turned something into something. As I look around this gym, it leaves me speechless in some ways, and in some other ways, I'm kind of like, fuck that and fuck you, because there's still so much more that has to be done. I'm just getting started. 5-6 years ago, I went to Rogue Fitness. They rolled out this giant black carpet. It said Rogue down the middle and looked exactly like this, except for it was black and white. I thought to myself, holy shit, how much does that fucking thing cost? All I really knew, I didn't really know how much it cost, but I just knew I couldn't afford even a chunk of it. Then I started looking at the amount of rubber mats they had around the gym, the amount of weights they had at the gym, the amount of space they had. And I was like, the only thing that makes any sense to me on any way, shape, or form that I'll ever deserve or earn any of that is gonna come right from here and right from here. It'll only be on the limits that I set for myself. Bill Henninger, the owner of Rogue Fitness, he probably hasn't set a whole lot of limits on himself. I bet you that he believes in himself a lot. I bet you that he has learned from his mistakes. And I bet you that he shares a lot of his information, a lot of his knowledge, and a lot of his love and his passion for training. Much like my boy over at EliteFTS.com, my boy Dave Tate has done, Louis Simmons has done. Share your information with people. Make this world a better place to live. Help me make this world a better place to live. Strength is never a weakness, and weakness is never a strength. I gotta get out of here.